This short video is designed to give you some tips to help you with your sleep and provide you with an understanding of how COVID might have affected your sleep. This video contains information from the Your COVID Recovery website, alongside information from the Medical Psychology Department at South Tees NHS Foundation Trust. Many people recovering from COVID have noticed that their sleep has changed. Some people find it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep, and others find they wake up earlier than usual and can't get back to sleep. It might be that you're waking up feeling unrefreshed, like you haven't slept at all, in which case you might find it helpful to also look at information on fatigue on the Your COVID Recovery website. During times of prolonged worry, it's very normal for people to experience sleep disruption. At times of stress, the natural fight or flight response is triggered. This is associated with the physiological changes which can leave you tense. You may be preoccupied and find it harder to switch off. At a time when you are likely to be very focused on looking after others, it's easy to put your own needs at the bottom of the list. It's easy to neglect some of the basic things that help sleep, like ensuring you are getting good nutrition, drinking plenty of water, and exercising. Engaging in self-soothing activities that might help you to unwind can feel like a luxury, but they aren't. They are vital to helping you persevere in difficult circumstances. There are many reasons why your sleep may have changed as a result of COVID. For those of you who managed your acute COVID illness at home, you may have found that symptoms of COVID affected your sleep, including breathlessness, a dry cough or fever, each of which make it difficult to sleep. Another common symptom is fatigue, which can lead to daytime sleeping, which also disrupts the day-night cycle. It's natural to feel frightened about being unwell with COVID. This fear puts the body into a state of high alert, also called fight or flight. This prepares the body and mind for action, not rest, and can make it almost impossible to sleep. You may also have noticed a drop in your mood, especially if you've been unwell for a long time. Low mood is another factor that can affect our sleep. In addition, the last 18 months have been very unusual, not least with several lockdowns. As a result, we have all had less social interaction and stimulation, which can also affect our sleep. For those of you who needed hospital treatment, the experience of being in a hospital setting can also disrupt your natural sleep cycle. This is because hospitals are noisy, busy places. There are always people around, and it can be noisy with alarms beeping on equipment, especially in intensive care units. This means patients can be easily disturbed. You may also have experienced a lack of natural daylight, which can interfere with the production of a chemical in our brain called melatonin. It is this chemical that makes us feel sleepy. In addition, some of the medications that may have been used to treat you can also impact on your sleep. Finally, if you have had a stay in hospital, you might have had some very distressing experiences. For some people, these experiences can replay in their mind as thoughts or dreams about what happened, making it hard to fall or stay asleep. This is made worse if you have had delirium. This includes symptoms such as hallucinations, delusions, and confusion when you were unwell. If your sleep has been affected, you may notice an impact on a range of areas in your life. Sleep deprivation can affect our cognition. You may notice difficulties concentrating, thinking, or trouble finding the right word, or changes to your short-term memory. Sleep can also impact on our mood. We may become more irritable or low in mood. There are other, less noticeable effects of sleep deprivation, including an increased risk of obesity in the long term. It can also reduce how effective our immune system is, and we may pick up viruses more easily, such as a cold. So now looking at how to overcome some of the barriers to sleep. Sleep is an automatic function of our bodies. We cannot make ourselves sleep. In the same way, we cannot make ourselves hungry or make ourselves cold. There are, however, things that we can do to help our bodies get to sleep. Things like avoiding drinking caffeine, This includes coffee, tea, energy drinks, a few hours before you plan to go to sleep, ideally not even after midday. This also applies to alcohol and nicotine. Try not to have any devices that emit blue light in your room, as these trick the brain into thinking it's sunrise. These include mobile phones, tablets, and smart TVs. It's important to try and keep your bedroom cool. Too hot or too cold can interfere with your sleep. They recommend around 16 to 18 degrees. Try to maintain a regular bedtime routine and sleep pattern, including going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, even at weekends or during holidays. Avoid overactivity, as exercise can increase your alert levels, so try not to exercise just before you go to sleep. If possible, avoid taking naps during the day, as this can affect our sleep. And keep a notepad by the side of your bed and write down anything that comes to mind. This will help you park the thought and return to it in the morning. I've put here some more helpful tips from the Your COVID Recovery website. Try not to worry about the fact that you're struggling to sleep. The more you worry, the more you will wake up. There are many different techniques that people find helpful, and there is an element of trial and error while you find what works for you. One technique that I will mention today is the 30 on, 30 off technique. So, try to follow your usual evening routine and then go to bed. If after 30 minutes you've not fallen asleep, get out of bed and do something relaxing, but avoid any bright lights, technology, or anything too overstimulating. Reading or mindful colouring can help. Do this for 30 minutes and then try go back to bed for another 30 minutes. Keep repeating this cycle until hopefully you get to sleep. Finally, some people may also find that they are having bad dreams. I've taken some tips here from the Your COVID Recovery website again. Bad dreams can prevent a good night's sleep. The content of the dreams may or may not be related to your experiences of being unwell with COVID. Either way, they can wake us up, prevent us getting back to sleep, or be so unpleasant that we avoid sleep. One technique for managing this is called the dream completion technique. The dream completion technique. If you're dreaming about your experience of being unwell, it is important to remember that it is in the past and what is happening is just a dream. They are your dreams and you are in charge of what happens. It's okay for you to change what happened and know that there is nothing to fear in your dream. If you do not remember the dream, just the unpleasant feeling you have when you are woken up, you can still use this technique by thinking about an alternative feeling that would feel better. Think about your most recent nightmare or bad sleep experience. You don't need to analyse it or what it means or relive the whole thing. Just think about the point where you woke up. What would you want to happen next in the dream that feels good? Take some time on this. What we're looking for is a new direction for the dream to take. Something brief and simple and just as powerful as the bad dream. While bad dreams can feel very real to you, remember dreams do not follow the same rules as real life, so your imagined solution does not need to be something that could happen in reality. It could be a way of gaining complete control in a way that maybe you couldn't when you were unwell with COVID. Write down your solution and read it and imagine a different ending to your dream. Your dreams themselves may or may not change through this technique, but you can reduce their power over you by changing the ending of the dreams when you are awake. We hope you found this brief video helpful. For more information, please visit the Your COVID Recovery website. If the changes suggested here do not help or you're concerned, do speak to your GP. If intrusive memories or distressing experiences when you were in hospital make it difficult for you to get to sleep and/or dreams about that time are continuing to disrupt your sleep, then do mention this to your GP. You can also self-refer to your local talking therapy service via the link above.